Good morning.
We're still at Niagara Falls this week, and we'll be sharing with you some of the beautiful things we discovered that you can see and do for free. In the previous video, we shared with you our 5 top paid attractions, but we also discovered that there are lots of places in the nearby area that you can go to see natural wonders and beauty without having to pay anything at all, with the exception of parking, of course.
It's more calm around here.
And surprisingly, these are some of the least crowded places, with the exception of our first stop, which is the falls themselves. You don't have to buy a ticket or a pass to see the falls. You can see them for free.
The Table Rock Welcome Center has a large patio behind it where you can get a great view of the falls, but you do have to battle the crowds in order to get those
over here.
views. In case you're wondering, no, you're not supposed to be standing up on the wall.
Security did come and tell them all to get down, but as soon as security left, this young lady was right back up on the wall again. We are patient though, and eventually we were able to get in there and get a couple shots of the falls. This particular spot is pretty popular and pretty cool because you're right there beside where the falls start.
Yeah, so those two falls are both on America's side, but this one is half and half. Or is like, maybe it's even technically in Canada. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the map again.
But that's the great thing about your neighbors. You can always look at their stuff.
Yeah. So I can see though definitely why they say that Canada is the better side.
Yeah.
Because to actually see the front, well, I guess from over there you can see this over here.
Right.
But you can't really see like the full thing.
What are you videotaping, lady?
I'm videotaping you. Because you're so cute, both of yous. So there is, I think that's it right there, maybe. There is a barge that has been there for like 50 years or so, maybe even longer than that, I don't know. It's been there for a really long time. It did like shift several years ago, like 2006 maybe. It actually moved like 100 feet, but it's just been sitting there for decades.
It's just rusty.
A 15-minute walk south takes you past the old power station to the overlook for the Old Scow, or the Iron Scow as it's known.
Damn Americans again. Okay. The Scow.
So the scow is like a small iron barge they were using to remove material they had been dredging further upriver. The scow broke loose from the tugboat it was attached to and started drifting towards the falls, but thankfully became lodged on the shoals and rocks here in the river. So this happened in 1918. There were 2 men trapped on it overnight while others on shore tried to figure out how to rescue them. And they were successfully rescued early the next morning. It was determined that it wasn't worth trying to save the scow itself, so it was left there. And then in 2019, during a storm, when water levels were at a record high and it was very windy, the scow actually moved about 100 feet closer to the falls before stopping again. First, we assumed that this was just a stream or a small river that emptied into the Niagara River. But then, when we looked at the map, we realized that this is actually just an inlet off of the Niagara River that surrounds the Dufferin Islands.
So that answers one question we had.
Do you remember all the other?
Yeah.
Remember there was the thing about the screen?
Oh, yes. That
So
clears.
apparently this bridge that we just crossed,
The walkway crossing 4 Bay replaces a screen house. Oh, so that's where the screen house used to be to stop debris and ice from entering the plant conduits. The outer weir structure, so that's
God,
that over
there
there.
are ginormous fish under there.
Are there?
Yes.
Forming the plant foreblay. You can see them?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like in the shade.
I see them. More ducks. Yep, it is, like you said, super clear. On the other side of the gatehouse, we crossed over the road and into the Dufferin Islands Nature Preserve. The Dufferin Islands is about a 10-acre area with multiple picnic spots and trails. There is parking here. It is metered parking, but the park itself, or the nature area itself, is free. Reading about the history of Dufferin Islands, it sounds like the islands were always here to some extent, but there have been several man-made alterations to it. There is also a Christmas show here, a Christmas light show on the island. Oh, I think we're going straight. Can go either way, they come back together.
You want to go one way and we'll go the other?
Okay,
Which way do you want to go?
we'll go this way.
Let's go this way.
Okay. This could be an interesting little Christmas walk.
Christmas light show.
I wonder how they color.
That's a good question. They just string that much extension cord or generators.
They think ahead before they put the pathways in and trenched in. Look what's coming out of the woods.
Where you been?
In the marsh.
In a marsh?
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Everything was, how was it there?
Peaceful. It was okay. It was good. It was
Like
okay.
the water was like right up to the path and you could see the bottom and all of the pebbles. And you
Ooh.
could have just like
Just stepped right in it.
stepped right in it. We say we don't speak duck, we are geese.
Honk, honk.
Oh,
That answers
did that answer your question?
Hungry baby. It's amazing that we're what, like maybe 2 or 3 miles away from the chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, oh, probably, yeah, less than 3 miles. Yeah, from chaos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Private time.
Oh, this is the exclusive members only.
That's baby fish. Help you? Help you what? Private waters.
Look at the green on that one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was noticing how some of the, I wonder if that's a male and female thing.
Don't
Some
you
of
give
them
us
have,
the
like-
side eye. You have water crossing. This goes back the way we came. Oh, those.
Brian did not wear his camping shoes.
Uh-oh, what shoes is he wearing today? Oh, me too. It's not too deep so far. Oh, right there.
Feel wet inside the shoes?
Good. That's pretty one cup of water.
After walking back to the car, we drove a little further south along the Niagara River to KINGSBRIDGE Park. From here, you can see the giant water intake facility. This is also where the Welland River empties into the Niagara River, and there is a walkway across the Welland River. We decided not to get out and take that little stroll. We were kind of tired from our earlier walk, and of course, this is metered parking here as well. You can walk or bike here all the way from Niagara Falls. So we were on those trails part of the way to the Dufferin Islands, but they do continue all the way down here. And then from Niagara Falls, you can also head north along the walkway. When you head north, just like when you head south, you don't have to go very far to get away from the crowd. A little further north, you get some other views of the falls and some of the attractions on the American side, as well as the Rainbow Bridge.
Look at the color of that water.
I know. What color would you call that?
Look at the color of that boat.
We came over here to wave at the Americans across the street.
Across the street?
Yeah, across the street.
Across the stream.
That is the upper steel arch bridge built at the site 1897-1898.
Is visible. Oh, so is that what that is?
If you continue further north, another 4 kilometers or so, you'll come to Niagara Glen Park and Nature Center, which is very uncrowded.
They're up there in the very cool air conditioning. What is that?
Even here you can see the thing.
Yep.
It looks closer now.
It almost does. Yeah, it's probably because of the angle. You're seeing it more straight on.
Look at how pretty the wings are. Sorry, because I only ever see them from the bottom and they're black, but look at all of the like sable.
Yeah. The variations. Oh, we couldn't really see. The jet boat just came. I thought it was coming from that direction. It was coming from that direction. Yeah, and it just came like along and it's over here now.
This staircase is the entrance to a whole trail system you see here on the map down alongside the Niagara River.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez. It's the open.
Yes, that's why I stopped and looked at you when I went to. You just put your hand on the rail and
Okay.
look at your feet, not through them.
If you've been exploring with us for a while, you know I'm afraid of height, but I've been trying to push myself.
See, one trail goes off like this, right up against the wall.
Yeah.
You see the people down there, they're like walking right along the wall. That's that dog that
Oh,
just came
okay.
through. And it's people.
There. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, I look at it and I'm like, well, it doesn't seem, but I know climbing up the stairs, my knees would not would not be happy. But if you guys want to go, we're happy to sit.
I don't really think Brian wants to go, and I did not wear my
Proper
better
shoes.
so-
Across the
There
way
are big
yesterday.
boulders that have been left.
Parking at Niagara Glen is metered, but it's not as expensive as in the actual tourist area. We drove a little further north past Ontario Power to the Flower Clock. Parking at the flower clock is not metered. Right next to the flower clock area is a lilac garden, which I bet is awesome in the spring if you like the smell of lilacs. Of course, we're here in August, so nothing was in bloom.
There's koi.
Oh, are there? Oh, look at that.
Scratching its back.
Is that what it's doing?
That's my feeling.
This is the original specifications for how the plant should be.
Oh, wow.
And they've got pictures of all of them every year.
Snack shop. Look at the pretty flowers.
What are those tall things?
I'm trying to remember what they're called.
You really should stick sign.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. Where's Tim? We need our plant identifier. Do they look grumpy?
You know, just a regular grass.
Just, oh, okay, not excessively grumpy. Okay.
Look at it.
Yeah, because it's so,
It's like got several instead of one. Gina said it's a mute.
it's a mutant.
Castor oil plant.
Castor oil.
As you drive further north, you get a glimpse of Brock's Monument, which is in Queenston Park. We didn't even realize this park was here. We definitely would have stopped to check out the monument, which is a memorial to General Brock, who died during the War of 1812. There is also a monument called the Landscape of Nations Memorial, which recognizes Indigenous allies that participated in the War of 1812. If we were to go back here, we would definitely stop at this park to check those out. A little further north, you enter the town of Niagara on the Lake, which is situated where the Niagara River enters Lake Ontario.
You think what? Yep, just like Michigan seeing Chicago. We're standing here seeing Toronto. Yeah, so that would be Toronto. And then we see another little one and another little one.
One of the things this area around Niagara on the Lake is known for is all of their wineries. So in the next video, we'll take you with us on our tour of Niagara on the Lake wineries, breweries, and distilleries when we share with you some of our favorite places we discovered to eat and drink while we were here in Niagara Falls. Then after that, we'll be headed back into the U.S. and out into the forests of Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for joining us on this adventure, and we'll see you in the next one.